Welcome back to another basketball season with the Hesston Swathers against the Southeast Saline Trojans. Starters tonight for the Swathers include number 2, Jaden Williams, number 4, Ashley Lehman, number 5, Caroline Callie Yoder, number 15, JC Proctor, and number 22, Brianne Grillo. Starters for the Trojans include number 2, Reese Heinrich, number 4, Kyra Samuelson, number 22, Sutton Douglas, number 23, Reagan Duran, and number 33, Abigail Pearson. Head coaches for the Swathers is Matt Richardson, assisted by Christy Barber and Taylor Hageman. And for the Trojans, head coach Shauna Smith, assisted coaches Steve Ridey and Kylie Holmes. Good tip-off, getting in by the Trojans. Number 33, Pearson, dribbling up, passes to Duran, passes to Samuelson in the corner. She dribbles in now. Coming up to the top, back to Pearson. Back to Samuelson, back to Douglas. They're really moving around the top here. For holding it, driven in by Samuelson. Passed out, Pearson. Pearson's making a move. It's swung over, Heinrich. Ooh, travel on Samuelson. Good defense there by the Swathers, really holding them up. Inbound for the Swathers, Callie Yoder at the top. Pass to Williams. Williams driving in. It's Lehman in the corner. Trojans get it, but it's out of bounds. It's white ball, Hesston Swathers.
Knox, this is supposed to be a good game because Southeast Saline has already played a game this year. They played against Smoky Valley.
I believe Smoky won that game.
Yeah, I think so.
Pass is knocked around. It's Trojan ball. Defense by Lehman. Up top to Heinrich. She dribbles in. Samuelson in the corner. Passes. Three-pointer by Pearson. Hits off the rim. Rebounded by Proctor. Swathers will bring it up the court to Williams. Williams dribbles in. Back to Yoder. Up top to Grillo. She'll miss the layup, but Proctor rebounds and gets the clean layup. Trojans taking it down the court. Pearson up top. Pass to Samuelson. Duran up top. Dribbles in. Pass to Pearson. Pearson with the three. It's no good. It bounces off the rim. And the Swathers have it. It's a fast break down. Pass to Lehman. Oh, and it is deflected out of bounds by Heinrich.
Knox, I would like to say that they are executing the fast break perfectly. Hesston's known for fast breaks, and they are running it perfectly here.
All right, and their defense is really showing out tonight.
Yeah.
Yoder up top. Pass to Proctor. Pearson deflects it, and she's going to take it up the court. Corner. Down below to Duran. Top dribbling down. Douglas with the clean layup around the Swathers.
That was a good pass.
Taking up the court, down to Grillo. In the corner with Williams. Will dribble at top, pass to Lehman. Back up to Yoder. Back up to Lehman. Oh, and Yoder's pass is deflected by Heinrich to go out of bounds. Lehman goes out, and number 24, Kylie Warden, will come in. Yoder's pass to Williams is good. Back up to Yoder. Swings it to Warden. Warden dumps it to Proctor. Oh, and she loses her dribble. Picked up by number 10, Gitz. Southeast Saline now on offense. Pearson dribbles it out of bounds, and it is Trojan ball.
That's a situation where you have to pass it out there. You're stuck in the corner. You can't just dribble it through.
You're right, Kelb. Heinrich's pass to Pearson's deflected. Goes out of bounds, and it's Swather ball. Off it gets. Oh. Grillo comes out, number 40. Zayla Ray comes in. Swather is bringing down the court, trying to get something up, trying to set something up. To Williams. Bad pass. Williams tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. Trojan ball.
Can't just force passes.
'23 Duran comes in. Number 4 Samuelson back out on the court. It's brought up by number 2 Heinrich. William is all over her. Pearson in the corner. Back to Samuelson. Back to Heinrich.
Good defense.
Good defense by Yoder to hit it out of bounds. Trojans setting something up. To the top with Samuelson. She'll dribble around. Oh, and good defense by Warden. She gets it and brings it up the court after a little scramble. Yoder up top. She dribbles to the corner. Screen by Proctor. Tries. Oh, hard foul by Pearson.
Oh.
It's going to be called a block. Southeast Saline fans don't sound too happy from that.
Yeah, that's a situation where you have to give them space. You have to give them space when they catch the ball. You can't be right behind them.
Yoder to pass the ball in. To Warden in the corner. Pass up to Williams. Williams just dribble drives. Up to Ray. To Warden. Yoder brings up top. Southeast Saline's rushing Hesston. To Ray. Proctor up top. She's going to pass to Warden in the corner for the 3. It's off the rim, but rebounded by Ray. Rebound by Proctor, and she's going to get the and one.
Oh, yeah.
Good layup by Proctor to finish and gets her team some points on the board.
Max, it looks like they're running a 3-2 here. You know what the best way to run a 3-2, to break a 3-2 is?
How?
Get in the middle.
Oh, and that's what they seem to be doing. Williams comes out for Lehman on Hesston. And Samuelson comes out for Duran. Proctor with the free throw. And it clanks off the rim. Rebound by Knopf. And it's a foul on Ray. Gonna be Trojan ball. Southeast Saline brings up the court. Heston's in a press defense. Love to see it. Ray, good defense. Samuelson loses the ball. And it looks like a jump ball. Yoder really hurries over there to help her teammate out. Yoder up top. She's going to bring it down the court. Hands off to Warden. Gives it to Grillo. He's going to give it to Lehman. .22 Grillo called a block on her. It's Trojan ball. Hesston defense. Up in press. Lehman getting on number 2, Heinrich, making her move. Up top with Samuelson. Pass to Getz. Down below, and it looks like it's deflecting past out of bounds. It'll be Hesston ball. Grillo. Gets into Yoder, brings it up the court. To Lehman. Lehman dribble drives to Ray. Swings it to Yoder. Good dump to Ray. Passes it back out to Yoder after some trouble. Yoder is going to move around the court. Same thing to Warden on the outside. She's going to shoot the three. Ray gets the rebound. Oh, and a bad pass. Leads it out of bounds. Trojan ball.
They're doing the right thing there. They're pick and roll right down the middle and pass it right outside right as they crash onto you.
They definitely are. Yoder and Ray come out for Williams and Proctor. Heinrich's going to bring it up the court. Pressured by Lehman. Nice move by Heinrich. Pearson with the ball. Just holding it up top. He's going to try to get around Proctor. 22 is going to drive. This layup, Williams gets the rebound, and it's a fast break down the court. He makes a move and passes it out to Warden. Pass it to Lehman. Lehman's going to choose to not take the three and hand off to Williams, who drives it in for a nice layup. Trojans bring down the court. Pass it in with a nice and one by Reagan Duran. She got a nice pass in there and was able to move around and get the layup and the and one.
You know, Max, I'd say good for Hesston because their defense is hard to score against. There's really nothing you can do when two people are on you at the same time.
Yeah. Duran makes the and one, and Hesston brings it up the court. Brendan Anderson, number 10, has come in. Passed out to Williams. Swings it to Grillo. She's going to move around the top. Pressured, but pass to Lehman. Lehman's not going to be able to get on that ball real well, and it's going to go out of bounds. Trojan ball. Trojans bring up the court. Heinrich, pass to Pearson. Pearson up top. She's going to pass to Duran, who swings it to Heinrich again. Heinrich's going to make a nice move and dribble inside. Pearson with the three. She misses. She's taken 3 shots today, all threes. Pearson up top again. Swings it. Samuelson. Samuelson's going to make a move. Williams is all over her. Duran passes it. Tried to go to Samuelson, but it looks like it just went over her head and out of bounds. Yoder's going to come in for Lehman with the Swathers. Pass in by Grillo, and Williams is going to bring it up the court. Williams dribbles around, gives it to Grillo, gives it to Anderson. Anderson's going to drive, and she's going to try to make the layup. Looks like it hit off the backboard, and after trying to be rebounded by Proctor, it's going to go out of bounds. Trojan ball.
Looks like Southeast has turned into a man-to-man instead of a 3-2 now.
Yeah, looks like it is some good defense. Heinrich will bring it up the court. Pass to Samuelson. Back to Heinrich. Trojan offense moving. Samuelson open the corner. She's going to take a deep three. She's going to miss it, and Yoder's going to get the rebound. Pass up the court to Williams on a fast break, and she makes the layup. Great fast break by the Swathers, being able to move the ball around. Heinrich's going to try to get it all the way to Douglas, and she's going to move it in. Duran with the three in the corner. Off the rim, rebound by Grillo. Another fast break by Williams. She's going to dribble in. Good deflection by Duran to make it pass out in the corner. Yoder at top. She's going to dribble around. Looking for Proctor, but passing out to Anderson. She's going to move it to Williams and Grillo. Anderson back at top. Pass to Yoder. Heinrich is playing some tough defense on Yoder tonight, I noticed. Grillo's pass to Proctor is blocked. Pearson will bring it up the court, trying to make a move. And with seconds to spare, she's going to try to shoot a layup. She's going to miss it. It is the end of the first quarter here at the Shed. The Swathers lead 8-5, and a close game here tonight.
SSN would like to say thank you to Beneficent Heartland Foundation for being a 2025-2026 sponsor. The Beneficent Heartland Foundation is reinvesting in rural Kansas communities with a focus on the revitalization of downtown Hesston, economic development, child care services, and community wellness. Thank you, Beneficent. Hesston's looking good because they have a lot of subs, so they can sub out if they get tired quickly because they're a fast team and they need to play fast to beat people.
Yeah, both these teams have very deep benches, which will help them out.
They've been subbing a lot.
They have been. It's going to start with Trojan ball with Pearson at the half-court line. It's a very close game here tonight, 8-5, starting the second quarter. Heinrich's going to bring it up, pass to Pearson. Pearson to Samuelson in the corner with the three. Boom! She makes the three to go, tied at 8. Yoder's going to bring it up the court to Williams and Proctor. She's going to get the foul.
Can't reach around like that.
You cannot.
Looks like Hesston's turned to a 2-3 defense instead of man-to-man.
It's a late sub. 31, Smith comes in for 44, Knopf. Lehman with the catch, pass to Grillo. He's gonna try to go up with layup, but decide not to. You're gonna call a travel on Grillo. Trojan ball, pass into Heinrich. Pass back to Pearson. They're gonna try to get Pearson to bring up the ball, knowing that Proctor's gonna be guarding her all night. Samuelson up top, back to Pearson. Pearson's gonna make a move, but she can't get past J.C. Proctor. Pearson still dribbling. Pass it to Heinrich, under the basket, but it's gonna roll out of bounds.
Good defense, good defense.
Great look by Pearson to Heinrich, but just didn't work out. Yoder brings it up the court. Yoder double teamed, pass it to Proctor. Proctor dribbling around. Handoff to Yoder. Yoder's gonna drive, pass to Williams, pass to Lehman. Her shot rattling off the rim. Samuelson brings up to Pearson, to Heinrich. Dribbling around, Samuelson. Pearson in the corner. Down to post, back to Pearson. Back to Knopf. Back to Samuelson. Samuelson's gonna get a quick shot. It's gonna be an air ball, passed out of bounds. Pearson and Getz are gonna try to get it, but it's gonna be unsuccessful try. It's gonna go out of bounds. Number 40, Ray, comes in for 22, Grillo for the Swathers. Yoder brings up the court. Tough pass to Ray. She's gonna drop it, and Getz is gonna get it. She doesn't go for the layup. Instead, tries to pass to Heinrichs.
Good deflection by Jaden there.
Yeah, great defense by the Swathers, getting back there to stop the easy bucket.
That's the biggest part of the game, the 2-on-1s or 3-on-2s. Got to win those.
Fast breaks. Hesston's going to call a timeout here. Keldon, what do you think Matt Richardson's telling his team right now?
I think he's telling them we got to lock in a little bit, you know? Like, we got to play better defense and we got to move the ball around.
I agree with you, Keldon. This is the Hesston Swathers' first game, so obviously I get it. They're a little rusty and they got a little of the game jitters. Their defense has been looking great tonight, and as long as they can keep moving the ball on offense and dump it down to Proctor and Grillo, I think they can play a really good game. Southeast has had some great defense, pressuring Yoder and the other guards, making it hard for them to move around. And as long as they can keep working it on offense, this should be a really good game.
After the timeout, there's 6:30 left in the second quarter, and the score is 8-8.
Heinrich with the ball, passes it to Douglas. He's going to dribble around to Samuelson. It's a handoff to Pearson down low. There's going to be a foul on Ray. Looks like she was reaching in on Pearson too much. Samuelson's going to come out. Heinrich with the ball, pass to Pearson. Shot. Williams is going to get the rebound and bring it up the court. Yoder up top, pass to Williams. Williams is going to move it around. Try to drive, bring it out. Move around the top, pass to Lehman. And he's going to keep it, move it to Ray. Swing the ball to Yoder. Give it back to Williams up top. Swing the ball through Lehman to Ray. Ray's being pressured. She drives. Big pass to Proctor. And Proctor didn't go up, but had the ball hit out of her hands by Douglas. Pearson's going to bring up the court. Try to make something out of the layup. She's going to miss, and Williams gets the ball. Give it to Proctor. Proctor's going to go all the way. But they're going to call a double dribble on Proctor.
I don't know about that.
Number 4, Lehman and Proctor are going to come out for Grillo and Warden. Douglas going to give the ball to Heinrich to bring up the court. Going to make a move. Give it to Pearson. And Getz. Going to dump it down and bring it back up. Getz with the ball again. Some great defense by Yoder. Up to Duran. Duran's going to drive. Get to Heinrich. Heinrich with the 3. It's no good. Bounced off the rim. And I love the hustle by Ray to box out Pearson so she can't get the rebound and it goes out of bounds. Just love to see it. Trojans are going to take a timeout here.
And after just about a minute 30 of play, they take another timeout. Nobody's scored yet. On inbounds plays, Southeast has run the same play twice, and it's worked twice.
The Trojans have definitely shot a lot more threes than the Swathers. The Swathers have been playing in the paint for, I'd say, most of the game, trying to get down low to their posts, while the Trojans are definitely shooting it with more air.
Hesston's been running a flexbone offense. Flexbone offense.
Yoder bringing up the court. Gonna make a move on Heinrich. Drive all the way with her layup. No good. Douglas is gonna get the rebound. Give it to Heinrich. Heinrich's gonna bring it up the court. Yoder all over her. Oh, great defense by Yoder. Heinrich's trying to pass out of that to Duran. And Williams was able to come and hit that out of bounds. Getz comes out for Samuelson. Samuelson with the ball up top. Defense by Williams. Great defense by Williams to get Samuelson to pass the ball away. Yoder bringing up the court. Williams dribbling up top. Great defense by Samuelson. Pressuring Williams. Ray up top. Moving around. Dumps it to Yoder. Yoder's going to try to make a move and get blocked. They're going to call that a foul on Heinrich. That was a shooting foul, so Yoder's going to get 2 shots here. Number 4, Lehman, comes in for number 5, Yoder.
I think they called that on the floor. I think they called that on the floor, so.
Looks like they did. Warden with the ball, pass to Ray, brings up to Lehman at top. Williams at the top, dribbling around. He's gonna give it to Ray. Ray's gonna dribble. Gives it to Warden, to Lehman. Lehman up top, almost took the shot. Tried to pass to Williams. Pearson almost got the ball there, but Williams was able to dribble around and try to drive. Looks like a foul on Pearson, number 33. Swathers going to inbound here. Throws it up to Warden, who passes it to Williams up top to set something up. Williams drives. Pretty open, but decides to pass to Lehman. Lehman to Warden, who gives it to Williams again, who was trying to go for the layup, but looks like she lost the ball a bit. And it rolls out of bounds for the Trojans. Inbound by the Trojans. Heinrich is going to bring up the ball. Defense by Williams here, looking like they're full court pressing. Bring down low, it's number 30, Durfee. Wow. She's going to try to go up and get a foul on Ray. That is Ray's second foul.
Pretty sure that's her first points of the game.
Gonna get the and one here. Durfee's gonna get a shoot it. Williams and Ray come out for Yoder and Tessa Martin, number 42. Durfee's gonna miss the and one. Rebounded by Samuelson, who's gonna miss the layup. Rebound by Martin. Tessa Martin is a freshman who is 6 foot. I think she'll play a very key role in the Hesston offense this year. Yoder's gonna take it up top, shoot the three. Clangs off, Samuelson up top, passes it to Douglas. He's gonna stop. Defense by Yoder and Martin are able to get the ball away from Douglas and bring it back on a fast break. Proctor with the ball down low, goes up with it. She misses, rebounded by Martin. She's gonna try to shoot, but looks like they're calling it a jump ball. Lehman here to inbound the ball for the Swathers. After a little time, she's gonna pass to Yoder. She's gonna pass it back to her in the corner. She's gonna bring it up top. Pass to Yoder, who's gonna do a pick and roll with Martin, and Martin with the layup. It's tied the game 10-10 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. Trojans are gonna bring the ball up with Samuelson. She's gonna move around, pressured by Lehman. Gives it to Douglas. He's gonna try to drive in on Martin. And Warden is gonna play some great defense there. And Lehman on the fast break. Looks like Lehman and Samuelson were fighting for the ball there, each dribbling it. And it rolls out of bounds. Number 2, Williams, comes in for 24, Warden. Swathers inbound the ball. Gives it to Proctor with a clean turnaround layup. And she's gonna get the and one with the foul on Douglas. Number 10, Anderson, comes in for 4, Lehman. And number 23, Duran, comes in for 22, Douglas. Proctor here, shoot the and one. And she swishes it in, making it 13-10 with 2 minutes left in the second half. In the second quarter, I mean. Duran brings up the court, pressured, gives it to the corner, and 3 made by Getz in the corner to tie it up. Anderson to bring it up the court for the Swathers. Moves around, passes it to Proctor. He's gonna throw it to Williams. He's gonna drive. Defense there by Getz and Samuelson. And Samuelson's gonna get a foul. Oh, never mind. Taryn Getz is going to get the foul. Williams will shoot 2. This is the first one. Swathers are in double bonus here. Second one, rebounded by Martin. Martin's gonna get the ball. Dribbles it, drives, and she's able to make a layup. Rebound by Proctor after a miss, and Proctor's gonna be able to finish with a get back. Heinrich bringing up the ball. Trojans are playing fast here. Samuelson passed it to Duran. He's gonna move around the top. Duran misreads Heinrich's cut and passes it out of bounds. Swather ball here. Great defense played by both teams here. Warden inbounds it to Yoder to bring it up the court. Yoder moves it around, getting to Heinrich on her toes. Oh, and great defense by Heinrich to make Yoder stop dribbling, and Heinrich's gonna get the ball for the Trojans. Jump ball, Trojans ball. Douglas passed into Heinrich, who's pressured by Williams all the way down the court. Shot by Getz, and she's gonna make it. Getting the lead for the Trojans, 16-15, with a minute left in the first half. Williams brings up the court and gives it to Yoder. Yoder's gonna try to make a move, and pressured by Heinrich, they're gonna call it a travel. Double dribble. Too short. Anderson's gonna come out. Southeast Saline's ball. Douglas inbounds it to Heinrich, pressured by Yoder. Gives it to Samuelson, pass it to Douglas. Douglas up top to Durfee, who's gonna miss, but they're gonna get a foul on 24, Warden. That's her first. Third. Durfee makes the first one, setting the Trojans up by 2. Durfee with the second. She's gonna make it in, leading it by 3. Yoder brings up the court with 45 seconds left in the first half. Gives it to Williams, who's pressured by Samuelson. Good screen by Yoder. Williams gives it back to Yoder. He's gonna make a move, giving it to Lehman. He's gonna pass on to Williams, who's gonna drive. Heinrich pressures her, gives it back up to Lehman. 30 seconds left on the clock. They swing it to Yoder, who's gonna try to make a move. She loses the ball a bit, and that's all it needs to miss a layup. Getz gets the ball, passes to Samuelson, pressured by Lehman. To Heinrich, he's gonna set something up. Durfee in the corner, and they're gonna get a foul on Yoder for trying to reach for the ball on Getz. First person on Yoder. 6 seconds left on the clock. Southeast Saline gonna try to make something. Passes to Samuelson, who's gonna dribble around, pressured by Lehman. Giving it to Heinrich, who's gonna shoot the 3. She's gonna miss that.
That sends us into halftime. 18-15, Southeast Saline's up. Well, Max, what do you think Richardson's saying?
Well, I definitely think he's going to be talking to the Swathers here. They've been playing great on defense. I'll note that. And offense, they've really been able to move it around, try to work something. Swathers have been excellent in the paint this evening with getting down to their posts to finish. Player this evening that I might highlight is Proctor, who's been getting a ton of rebounds and layups for the Swathers. Southeast Saline, they've been playing great defense, making the Swathers move around, and they've gotten multiple steals and pressures. On offense, Southeast Saline has aired it out, I would say, and hit multiple threes, and also got a ton of fouls for some and ones.
Make sure to stay around after this game because we got a Hesston boys varsity game right after this. It's supposed to be a good game too.
It's going to be a great game. Southeast Saline and Hesston have, these past couple years, have always brought it to each other, and it's always been great games.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Fantastic games. Southeast. We're hoping to see Hesston move the ball around more maybe and get some more shots up. They haven't had many tries.
If you're now just joining us, Southeast Saline leads 18-15 in a good game versus the Hesston Swathers. As halftime's now ending, I'm excited to see another great half of basketball. Aren't you, Keldon?
Yes, I am.
Second half starters for Southeast Saline will be Reese Henry, Kyle Samuelson, Sutton Douglas, Reagan Durant, and Andrew Peterson.
Our band sounded great, right, Max?
Best band in the land. Okay, well. Same starters coming out at halftime. Number 5, Yoder. Number 2, Grillo. Number 2, Williams. 4, Lehman. And 15, Proctor for the Swathers. Southeast Saline, number 2, Heinrich. 4, Samuelson. 22, Douglas. 23, Duran. And 33, Peterson. Hesston's going to start with the ball. Moving around. Lehman's going to have it. Pass to Williams, who's going to have a little trouble. Pass back out. Ball deflected by Duran. It's going to go out of bounds. Hesston ball.
That's just some good defense there.
Another great example of why these two teams bring it every year. Their defense is just
Impeccable.
immaculate. Great word, Kelvin. It's going to be inbound to Yoder. He's going to dribble around. Passed out to Williams. To Lehman. He's going to dribble around. Give it into Proctor. Proctor's going to give it to Yoder. Look for the dump, but not going to take it. Swung around to Williams. Williams is going to drive with the layup. Defense by Duran. Passed out to Yoder with the 3. No good for the 3. And Pearson's going to bring it up the court with a nice rebound. Give it to Samuelson. Passed it into Douglas. He's going to make a nice move around Grillo and get another 2 for her team. Biggest lead we've seen all night from Southeast Saline with 20-15. Hesston's going to move it around. Give it to Williams up top. He's going to dump it down to Proctor. Proctor's going to make a move. Giving it to Grillo. No good for the give back with Grillo. Duran's going to get the rebound, bring it up. Pass to Samuelson. Good pass by Samuelson to try to get in, but eventually gets to bring out. And Samuelson with the 3. My goodness. Samuelson with the 3. Swanson's going to try to bring it up, but Matt Richardson is going to take a timeout and try to cool down Southeast Saline's shooters and try to rally back his team.
Southeast Saline has been on fire with 3s lately.
You're definitely right, Calvin. What do you think each coach is telling their team right now?
I bet Southeast coach is just saying, doing a good job moving the ball around, getting them discombobulated, and good job shooting the 3s. And I bet Richardson's telling him you gotta lock in more. Can't come out of half like this. This can't be the way to start half. You just gotta play better defense and move the ball around on offense. Get some shots up.
Got to win the first 2 minutes of every quarter. Break the timeout. Southeast Saline leads 23-15 right now with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Martin is going to come in for Warden. Williams is going to bring it up the court to Yoder. Good pick and roll from Yoder to Martin, and Martin is going to be able to get the clean layup.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Williams, great defense on Samuelson. On another fast break, Williams is going to decide not to take it. Pass out to Yoder. Williams with the ball. Give it to Lehman. Lehman decides not for the 3. dribbles around to Martin. He's gonna drive in. She's gonna get tangled up, and they're gonna call it jump ball with Samuelson. Heinrichs is gonna bring up the court. Pass to Samuelson on the drive. Duran is gonna try to push off Yoder, but they're gonna end up calling a foul on Yoder.
That's her second foul.
That is. Pearson to inbound for Southeast. Gives it to Samuelson. He's gonna dribble around. To Heinrichs, who's gonna shoot the three. Great defense by Lehman to get up in her face. Rebound by Duran and Williams for a jump ball. It's gonna be Hesston ball. 24 Warden to come in for number 5 Yoder. Martin inbounds to Williams. He's gonna take it up the court. Williams is gonna be dribbling around. Give it to Proctor, give it to Lehman in the corner, who's gonna drive. Pass it back out to Martin at top. Out to Wharton, who's gonna drive in there. Try to get the layup, and it's good. She's able to shoot around Duran for a nice clean layup. Heinrich trying to bring up the court, pressured by Lehman. Pass to Pearson. He's gonna stand in the corner for a little bit. Passed out to Samuelson. Pass back out to Pearson, the other corner. Pressured by Proctor. Tries to get behind the back pass to Douglas, but Martin was there to play some great defense, and it's gonna go out of bounds. Southeast Saline ball. Number 10, Getz, is gonna come in for number 4, Samuelson. And number 40, Ray, is gonna come in for 15, Proctor. They're gonna inbound to Pearson. He's gonna try to make a move on Ray, and they're gonna get a foul on the floor. It's on Ray, it's a push.
That is her third foul of the night.
Inbounded here by Southeast. Open shot by Heinrich, who's gonna end up missing. Rebounded by number 30, Dunphy, who's gonna end up missing the layup, but she's gonna get a foul on 42, Martin.
That's Martin's first foul of the night, too.
Durfee is gonna make the first one. She's gonna miss the second one, and an unsuccessful rebound by Martin. It's gonna end up going off of Samuelson out of bounds. Or off of Martin, I guess. Southeast Saline's ball in the corner. Heinrich inbounds, pass it up to Duran, who's gonna get pushed by Yoder, and Yoder's gonna get another foul.
That's Yoder's third foul, and that's the team's fourth just this quarter.
Proctor is gonna come in for number 40, Ray. Inbounded to Heinrich. Williams is gonna make her move. Duran tries to get into Durfee, but Martin's able to steal the ball. Passed out to Martin to bring it up the court. Yoder with the ball up top. Lobs it up to Proctor, who gets it over Pearson. And gets, I guess. Tries to pass it back out to Warden, but they're gonna call a foul on Pearson. That is Pearson's third foul. And the first foul for Southeast Saline this quarter. Pearson's gonna end up coming out. Coming in is Charlotte Knopf. Yoder inbounds it to Proctor. Williams up top, pass to Warden. Pass to Martin up top. Martin's gonna dribble. Gives it to Williams. Gives it to Proctor again. Swather's really moving the ball around here. Williams gives it to Proctor up top. Gives it to Warden. Warden's gonna drive. Kicks out to Martin. Proctor down low. Kicks out to Yoder. Gonna drive. Pick and roll with Martin, who's gonna get blocked by number 44, Knopf. But they're gonna end up calling a foul.
That is Knopf's third foul, and that's the second foul of the quarter for them.
Make her first. She's also going to make her second. Hesston is closing the gap. Southeast Saline 21-24. Williams is going to block Heinrich pass to Duran, and she's going to end up getting it and getting out to Yoder. She's going to bring it up the court with a nice move. Dribbles, gives it to Proctor with a nice layup by Proctor to make the game 23-24 with Southeast Saline still leading.
Called a delay of game, I think there.
30, 10, and 44 are going to come out for Southeast Saline, and 42 and 2 are going to come out for the Swathers. Lehman all over Heinrich. Yoder is going to be able to sneak in there and tip the ball out, make go out of bounds. Duran with the inbound. Gives it to Heinrich. Yoder on her. Gives up to Samuelson and Pearson in the corner. If I was Hesston, I'd be definitely playing some tight defense at the three-point line because Southeast Saline has been hitting a lot of threes. Samuelson tries to dump it down to Douglas, but Proctor gets in the way. And it's a jump ball. Southeast Saline's.
Southeast Saline gets it in on the same play that they've been running.
Shot, no good. Tried to get back up by Duran, and they're gonna get a foul called on number 24, Warden. Duran's gonna shoot two.
That's Duran's fourth foul. Wait,
That is
sorry.
Warden's
fourth foul.
He's gonna make the first one. Warden's gonna come out. For Anderson's coming in. Duran is gonna miss the second one. Rebound by Anderson, who's gonna bring it up the court. Gives it to Yoder. Dribble around. To Lehman in the corner. Giving it to Proctor. Tries to dump it to Grillo, but Sam Wilson gets in the way. He's gonna try to fast break, drive it all the way down. Her layup is no good. Anderson's gonna get the rebound, gives to Yoder, who dumps it off to Proctor, and Proctor's gonna get a clean layup to tie up the game, 25-25. Pearson, Southeast Saline brings up, Pearson in the corner, gives up to Samuelson at top, dribble around to Douglas in the corner. Gonna drive, knocks Grillo over, but no foul called. She's gonna make it. Yoder bringing up the court to Grillo and Anderson. He's going to dump it to Proctor. Which they've called a foul on Douglas, number 22. That is her second foul of the game. Lehman inbounds the ball to Proctor. She's going to try to drive on Douglas, and she's going to get another foul on Douglas.
That's Douglas's third personal foul. That's the fourth of the quarter.
Southeast of Saline is in bonus right now. It looks like the Swathers might be soon as well. Lehman inbounds it to Grillo, and she's going to end up not catching it. It's going to go out of bounds. Pearson inbounds it to Heinrich, gives it back to her. He's going to bring it up the court. Give it to Duran, and Heinrich is going to try to drive. No good, brings it out. Southeast Saline swings it around, back to Duran. He's going to give back to Heinrich, and then Samuelson at the top. Through Duran, gives it to Heinrich, who's going to try to lay up, and blocked by Anderson. A little trouble coming down the court for Anderson, but Swathers are going to end up keeping the ball. Williams drives in, pass back out to Anderson. Heinrich is going to end up getting a charge on Anderson's drive.
That is Anderson's first foul of the night.
42 to 6.
Inbounded, bring it up by Pearson. He's going to dribble around. Guarded by Proctor. Gives it to Samuelson. Look to dump down to Heinrich. No good. She's going to dribble around. Good defense here by the Swathers. Giving it to Durfee, but Williams is all over her. Timeout by Southeast Saline to get out of that sticky situation.
I would say Southeast Saline, their defense is immaculate right now. They're doing pretty good.
Some key matchups I'll highlight tonight is Yoder, Williams, or Lehman on Heinrich. I think Heinrich is definitely causing some trouble for the Swathers, but our guards are sure able to try to rally her in and clean her up.
Samuelson and Duran also, they're shooting the threes, they're driving in, they're playing great defense also.
Another one is Proctor and Pearson. Pearson's looking to dribble and drive, and Proctor is all over her tonight. Inbound to Heinrich. Anderson to Samuelson. He's going to try to fake out Williams, but pass to Durfee at the top. He's going to try to drive, pass back out to Samuelson. He's going to drive. Good defense by the Swathers, but they're going to end up calling a foul on number 4, Ashley Lehman.
That is her first foul of the night.
Samuelson is going to shoot 2. The first one goes in and out. Samuelson with the second. Banks it in for a lead of 28-25 with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Williams walks it up the court, drives to Proctor, gives it back out to Williams. Anderson up top, deflected by Duran, but she's going to get the ball back to Williams to drive to Proctor, who's going to get in there and get a nice layup. Swathers down by 1, playing heavy defense right now. Heinrich controls the ball and sends up to Durfee in the corner. He's back to Heinrich. And Anderson's going to get the deflect. And after a tough squabble, I might say, the ball doesn't go out of bounds and the buzzer sounds.
That quarter ended 28-27, Southeast Saline. It's a one-score game. In that quarter, Hesston had 7 fouls and Southeast had 4.
You're absolutely right, Kelb. Hesston student section getting really hype, trying to give some energy to the team to finish out this game. It's been a great game, low scoring, I might say, but the defense of this game has definitely been shown and has definitely showed up, I would say.
It is the game we were hoping for.
Defense wins games.
Defense wins championships.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I would agree with you on that one, Kelvin.
Hesston needs to start out these first 2 minutes really strong. That's what wins the quarters.
It's Hesston ball to start the quarter. Grillo inbounds it to Yoder. Pressured by Heinrich, crosses half court. Gonna drive in. Go out, she's gonna make some nice moves. To end up getting a shot up. She's gonna get off. Proctor couldn't snag it, and Douglas gets the rebound. Samuelson brings up court. Moves around Williams and drives in there for a nice layup, but misses. And Williams gets the rebound on a fast break. Dumps it to Proctor, who gets in there and is fouled.
She has such a height advantage there.
Probably.
Yeah.
Proctor is going to end up shooting 2. And that is Douglas's 4th foul of the game. Looks like number 4, Samuelson, was a little banged up there on the Swather side of the court, but she's able to walk it off and smile all the way. So I'm guessing she's fine. Number 10, Getz, comes in. Proctor's first one is a miss. Pearson brings up the court, gives it to Getz, dribbles around to Duran. Pearson's gonna try to drive, gets nothing from Proctor, pass it to Durfee, and Durfee runs into a wall, which seems to be Yoder. I'm gonna call a foul on Yoder for block.
That is Yoder's. Oh.
Oh, Williams.
That's Williams' first foul of the night.
Good inbound to Durfee, and she's gonna make the layup. Pressured by the Swathers. She's gonna be able to finish the score 30-27 with 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Swathers passing it around, give it to Lehman. He's gonna shoot the 3. It's gonna miss, but that's okay. Southeast brings up with Samuelson. Pass it around. Back to Samuelson. Back to Durfee. Heinrich is going to try to pass it off Lehman's shoe. Going to get the rebound. Lehman on the fast break with the clean layup. I got to say, Hesston's fast break game is, I guess that's what they're known for, their fast breaks and their defense.
Yes.
And Lehman is very fast, I would say. No glaze. Southeast the lead. Passing around. Good defense by Williams. They're going to end up calling a foul on Williams. It's going to be her 2nd of the night. Ray is going to come in for Grillo. Inbounded by Southeast Saline. Gonna pass it down to Durfee. Swather's going to be able to get the ball, and Williams brings up the court. Dumps down to Callie. He's going to try to get the layup, but is fouled. Can't even get it up.
That is Pearson's 4th of the night.
Yoder to shoot her second. Forgot I was muted. Yoder shoots her second. Bangs off the rim, and Getz is going to get the rebound, bring it up the court. Pass to Samuelson. Pressured to Heinrich. And Heinrich is going to try to drive around Ray, but gets hit a little bit too hard. And they're going to call it probably a block on Ray.
That's Ray's 4th of the night.
This has been a high fouling game, I'd say.
Well, that's good defense. My grandpa says if you don't have 3 or more, you're not playing the game right.
Sounds like your grandpa.
Yep.
Inbound to Samuelson, who's going to try to drive on Williams and bring it out. Heinrich takes the shot, gives it back to Samuelson. Southeast swing, swinging around, and bad communication between Getz and Duran. Almost crosses half court and out of bounds again. And Proctor's going to get it, gives it to Lehman, who's going to dump it off to Williams, who's going to try to shoot the layup, and she's going to miss. But she's going to get 2 free throws now because they called it a foul.
That's Samuelson's first personal of the night. She makes her first one, tying the game up 30-30 with 5 minutes and 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Definitely an exciting game to watch here tonight, Kelton Lang.
Yes.
Always a great game in the shed. Williams swishes in her second one. Southeast Saline brings up court with Heinrich. Gives it to Samuelson. The gym is definitely getting loud now, I'd say. Yoder tries to steal it, gives it to Getz. Lehman's going to contest, but Getz is going to make the 3 to go. Yoder brings up the court, dribbles around, can't get past Heinrich. Screened by Proctor, dumped down to Proctor. He's going to make a move, miss layup. Proctor's going to try to get on that ball, but it doesn't look like she's able to get it. Trying to call a foul on her.
That's Proctor's first foul of the night.
Interesting. Swathers already have 4 fouls this quarter. Clock is running down with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left. Good defense by the Swathers. They dump it down to Duran, who's not going to end up getting a layup. Tries to get it to Durfee, who's going to spin around Proctor and Yoder and going to make the layup, extending the Trojans' lead. Proctor up top to Lehman in the corner. He's going to dribble around and give it to Williams. Williams is going to try to dribble and going to end up calling a foul on Getz.
That's Getz's second foul of the night. I think Getz just pushed her just a little bit too much there.
Getting them fouls.
Getting them fouls.
Lehman into inbound for the Swathers, gives it to Yoder in the corner. Yoder gonna try to drive in and swatted. Duran gets the rebound. Lehman tries to get it from her, but she's able to rip free from Lehman. Heinrich brings up the court to Getz in the corner. Getz 3 is no good. Durfee is going to try to dribble it in, but they're going to end up calling a charge. Proctor really stepped in the way.
That is Durfee's first personal of the night.
Yeah, made sure she didn't get to the rim. Martin inbounds to Yoder, who walks it up the court. Pass it to Martin. He's going to have it up top. Duran's really pressuring her. Lehman to Williams. Swings it back and forth between Williams and Lehman till Williams almost drives but decides not to. Gives it out to Lehman. Pass it to Martin up top. He dumps it down to Proctor, and while Proctor reaching for it, Durfee is really getting in her face, and they end up calling a foul on her on that.
That's Durfee's second now.
Proctor here to shoot.
Jason Proctor will shoot 2 shots.
She will shoot 2 shots.
2.
She's gonna miss her first one. And Durfee's gonna come out. And Anderson is gonna come in for the Swathers. Never mind, she decides not to. Pump fake. Proctor also misses her second one. She made 2 previously tonight, but isn't able to seem to get those in. Southeast Lean gets the rebound and brings it up the court. Samuelson has Williams falling down, but she passes out to Duran. Pass out to Heinrich. Gives it to Douglas, and they're going to end up calling a foul on Proctor after Proctor seemed to try to get the jump ball.
That's Proctor's second personal now.
Douglas will shoot 2 shots.
You know, that's why you have more than 1 foul, though.
I guess.
Yep.
Douglas is able to bank her first one in. Douglas, second one, rattles off. Yoder is able to get the rebound. Pass it up to Anderson. He's going to dribble in. Tries to pass it to Williams, but Heinrich gets in the way and is able to snag the ball. Heinrich brings up the court, gives it to Getz. Dribble around, gives it to Duran. He's going to swing it. Douglas gives it to Samuelson, and back to Getz. Duran, stand up in the corner, or I don't know. Gives it to Douglas, who's going to try to make a move, and she does over Martin. Timeout by Southeast Saline, and you can definitely see that there is energy in there. Gym here tonight.
The score is 31-38, Southeast Saline, with 2:30 left in the 4th quarter.
If you've been wondering tonight who your awesome announcers are, I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm Max Phillips.
And I'm Kelvin Lang.
And we're going to be here to entertain you all night and commentate on these great games.
Southeast Saline has 6 fouls this quarter, and Hesston has 5. They're both in bonus.
Rate us on Yelp.
Rate us on Yelp.
Rate us on Yelp. Okay. Southeast Saline leads by 7. Both teams in double bonus. And Southeast Saline has the possession for a jump ball. Yoder brings up the court. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Warden dumps it down to Proctor. Swings it back out. Williams decides not to take the 3 and drives. Pass it out to Yoder. Dumps it down to Proctor. He's going to try to get the layup, and it's good. She's able to move over Douglas to get that clean layup in. Heinrich stalling. Passes to Pearson. Dumps it down to Samuelson, and Proctor tries to block it, but it's no good. They end up stopping the clock because Samuelson is a little slow to get up. Inbound to Yoder, who walks it up the court. Yoder to Williams. To Proctor, handoff. Williams is going to try to drive, and they're going to call a push on Samuelson.
That is only Samuelson's second of the night.
If I was the Swathers here, I'd definitely be trying to rush Southeast Saline on defense and try to get some easy buckets on offense.
I would push the ball, yes.
I would push the ball.
Everyone's in foul trouble.
Speaking of pushing the ball, Williams pushes the ball in for a nice free throw. Fire. Williams, second shot. Gonna clang off the rim. Douglas with the rebound. Pearson's gonna bring up the court. No one's pressuring her. Williams on her. Pearson's gonna dribble around. Oh, heavy screen by Heinrich. Lehman's gonna be all over Samuelson. And a 5-second call on Samuelson. Great defense here by the Swathers to make the Southeast Saline Trojans turn the ball over when they need points. Wouldn't you agree, Calvin?
I would agree.
Perfect. Warden to inbound. One of the first times Swathers have had 4 guards in all night. Lehman gives it to Williams. He's going to drive. Her layup is no good. Rebounded by Samuelson. And Williams is going to pressure her all the way down the court. Great pressure by Williams. She's able to get the ball knocked off of Pearson. Out of bounds. Swather ball. Swather's down by 6. Yoder brings it up. Gives it to Williams and Proctor. Hands it off to Lehman. He's going to give it to Yoder. I would suggest shooting the ball sometime soon. Pass around to Wharton. Gives to Proctor. Lehman to Yoder, who's going to take the 3. And it's good! Boom! Great 3 by Yoder. You can definitely see the energy tonight in the Hesston student section. They're all standing up. They're all ready.
That is the first 3 I think Hesston's hit tonight. That is a vital 3, though.
I think it is. That might also be one of the first points outside of the paint for the Swathers.
I think so, yes.
Swathers trail by 3 to the Southeast Saline Trojans with almost 30 seconds left on the clock. There is definitely an energy out here tonight out of these both of these towns who want their teams to succeed.
I think this band just brings energy to the stadium. Every single time this band gets up and plays, it just makes you shiver.
Oh, definitely. Hesston band is big. They're big. And they can be loud.
Best band in the nation.
Highlight Isaac Schwartzengruber on the drums. He's always gets the crowd going with his drum solos.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how he does that.
I don't either. Couldn't tell
Crazy
you.
skill.
Yeah. Pearson to inbound for Southeast Saline. Hesston in full court press, trying to get the ball. Pearson moves around baseline, gives it to Samuelson. He's going to stand around the corner and dribble. Back to Pearson. Swathers trying to get 10 seconds.
And Southeast Saline called a timeout.
Probably smart.
They were stuck behind half court there.
I think the Swathers definitely came out, and Southeast Saline was unexpected for their pressure and scrappiness, I'd say. That's a good word. They're scrappy. Kelton, what would you be telling these 2 teams right now?
For Hesston, I'd be like, gotta not let them get past half court, you know? That's the most vital thing right now, and I'd say just play great defense, and if you hit the ball, gotta shoot a three, I think. For Southeast Saline, gotta get past half court, then keep the ball. Don't pass it away.
Yeah, Southeast gonna try to draw some fouls here, I bet. And Swathers are gonna try to get the ball and hopefully be able to make a three or an and one. Duran to inbound. Passed it to Douglas, who's trapped by Proctor. Ends up giving it to Pearson. Warden is all over her, and they're gonna get a foul on Warden. Pearson to shoot 2.
That is Warden's 5th foul of the night.
Hate to see someone foul out.
Yeah, that's maybe too many fouls for my grandpa there.
Such a great game, too. Ray, number 40, is gonna end up coming in for Warden. Pearson misses her first. Southeast Saline coach had the other teammates huddled, planning something up. We'll see what they do. 15 seconds left on the clock. Pearson. This is the second. Williams tries to get the rebound. Samuelson's gonna end up getting it. And Yoder's gonna get the ball, pass it to Williams with 9 seconds left on the clock. Williams is gonna bring it up. Gives it to Yoder, and Hesston's gonna end up calling a timeout with 4.3 seconds left on the clock.
That is a smart play there. Down by 3, playing up something good.
That is. And stopping the clock and letting your team get a little bit of a breather, as Matt Richardson likes to do. Matt Richardson is not unfamiliar with these types of games. He knows when to bring it. If I was Southeast Saline here right now, I'd say you gotta be tough on defense. Don't let them pass it in. But if they're able to get in and shoot a 3, they would hate to have them make a 3 and get an and one from a foul.
Yeah.
That would turn the tides of this game with 4 seconds left.
You don't really got to guard inside the paint here because they're down by 3. They have to shoot a 3, so.
They have to.
I would say just guard around the arc.
Less than an and one. Never know.
And one.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Swathers came out in 4 guards. We'll see. Looks like they do. Lehman to pass it in. Lehman, pass it to Williams, pass to Yoder, and it's gonna go out of bounds. Williams overthrew Yoder. It's gonna end up going out of bounds.
They have to not let them get it in here. 5-second call.
1.5 seconds left. Southeast Saline, all they need to do is be able to get in. Pearson's just gonna chuck it. And Duran's gonna grab the ball. She's gonna fall down. They're gonna call a foul, but then they're gonna call game. Final score, Southeast Saline 40, Hesston 37. I don't know.
I think it was a good game by both teams there.
I would definitely agree with you, Kel. The amount of defense and hustle that was shown out here tonight is really special for both these teams. They really brought it out, and they gave it their all tonight, and you could definitely see that through the whole game.
Yeah. Lots of fouls, but that's how it's going to be if you have good defense.
Yeah, yeah.
Once again, I'd like to remind you that the Raffle is having a raffle for a parking spot.
After this game, just stick around for the Hesston High School boys varsity game. It's going to be another great one here.
It is. Hesston coming off of a state championship. We'll see what they have for us today after losing a few key seniors to the team.